Hey there, YouTube land, and as everyone that watches my channel knows right now, I got the Halloween set today, and I've been watching some features and stuff like that. So I finally got around tonight to watching the Halloween, the original 1978 one on Blu-ray. And before I go any further, I have to say that I own I think it's the 20th anniversary DiviMax edition, and I own the VHS edition, but I saw the first Blu-ray that came out at a friend's house, and I didn't like the picture quality of it at the time. There were I had some issues, and I passed on it. And when the 35th anniversary edition came out, I picked up the flimsy-looking digibook, and I thought the cover was okay, but I really was not a fan. I thought this isn't going to last in my collection. It's going to get even though I keep my stuff pretty. If I ever found it for really cheap, maybe. But today I finally got the Halloween set. So this is actually my first time viewing the 35th anniversary transfer on Blu-ray. So almost everybody has seen this one in this transfer but me. Of course, I've seen the film many times. If you watched my last review, then you know how many times I've probably seen these films. And watching the 78 Halloween on the Blu-ray was amazing. The picture quality, the darks was stunning. I mean, you could tell all the work that had gone into this. I remembered certain sequences, certain scenes seemed almost new to me, because just because the lighting was right now. And I remember from back in the day, like watching it on a DVD or an old VHS, and the quality is what the quality is. But seeing it the way that it should be seen, seeing it in its proper lighting, its proper ratio, and its proper, it was incredible. It was breathtaking. And I watched the movie, and I know everybody has seen this Blu-ray transfer but me. But for me, it's a new thing. Wow. This is my first one so far in the set. I did check out the quality of the producer's cut, which is incredible. But we'll get to that one when I actually re-watch. I'm going to go through them all. I'm not sure if I'm going to do them every day type of thing, but I'm going to be doing, because I got a lot of features to get through as well. I wanted to watch the night she comes home, but it's really late right now, and I'm probably not going to get to watch that until tomorrow. But how did the 1978 Halloween stack up after all these years? It scared me. It still scares me. The music, the audio stings that just come at just the right time, the way that it is paced perfectly. I mean, there are not a lot of deaths in this movie. There's not a lot of blood in this film, and honestly, there are some entertaining sequels and stuff like that, and I love the sequels and everything that was done. Different ones to a different extent, but I had fun with them. But Halloween is the one that is scary. It is the one that still sends shivers down my spine as a horror aficionado that has been watching this stuff since a very young age. Halloween is still the movie that gets me. It's still the movie that gives me that little jump, and it works. It still works to this day. It works just as good as it did the first time I saw this as a kid. It works just as good as it did the first time I owned this movie. It works even better now because I cannot get over the picture. I cannot get over the lighting. Dean Cundy worked on this one, and it came back, and it's incredible. It's seriously, I know everybody's seen it, so that's not a big deal to them, but for me, it's a huge deal. This is my first time owning Halloween. I had a lot of the other ones on Blu-ray. This is my first time having the actual original Halloween on Blu-ray. I'm kind of looking forward to checking out the Night She Came Home and some of the other features that are on there. It's going to be interesting to get through this stuff. I mean, I've seen Halloween 2 and 3 recently on Blu-ray because I watched the special editions. See my cat, one of my cats there is right behind me if you can see him. And so those, those I've seen more recently, but this has been a while, and just watching it, it was great. It was amazing. I was scared in the right parts. The music just works so well. It's just such a classic score. The You can really see you can see Michael's face. You can see it in that, not just in that sequence, but in the before. And it's dark when it needs to be dark. It's not, like some night scenes, and sometimes he brighten them up and stuff like that. But the night scenes are like dark when they really need to be dark. And Michael comes out when he's supposed to come out, which is really, really cool and really integral to the film. It's like watching the movie all over again, or actually going to see it in its original way that it was supposed to be seen in a theater. And this is close. I'm going to get right now. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. I'm very tired. And let's see, re-release it. But again, it's a classic film. There's no sister storyline in this one. And there never was meant to be. That was a John Carpenter spur of the moment thing that he did for part 2. Basically, Michael Myers is a little boy that kills his sister, and there's no rhyme, there's no reason. He just does it. It's terrifying. He comes from what looks to be a very good home, and he just does it. He doesn't speak again. He doesn't say anything. He just sits there and he waits. He waits till he can get out, and he waits till he can basically kill again and kill people that are, I guess, in a way that are like around the same age as his sister. In a way, he's killing his sister over and over again. And because at this point, you have to remember there is no backstory with Jamie Lee Curtis's character being his, Laurie Strode being his sister or anything like that. That wasn't it. There was no real reason. He just fixates on these babysitters. He kills them, and he does it in a way as to terrorize and kind of play with the Jamie Lee Curtis character. There's some great sequences here. The movie, of course, is solid. It is a 5 out of 5. There's no way that this can be rated any lower than that. It is a classic. It was a classic when it came out. It's a classic now, and it is one of the great horror films of all time for a reason. It is shot extremely well. The writing of the film is good and it's real. And when the teenagers talk, it doesn't sound like people writing for teenagers at that time of how they think that they'll talk. It sounds like the way people actually talk, and that is a little kind of aspect that people tend to gloss over and forget. But it's really hard when you're writing for with that audience, and to actually get it so that it actually seems real and it doesn't seem like something made up or something forced or something that sounds like a speech or a way that teenagers don't actually talk. It's a big part of the film that adds to the realism. The classroom sequence, which would be done over and over again in movies like Never Know Street and stuff that we'd see some sort of classroom sequence. Is done extremely well, and it gives you the feel of what it was like to be in that class, and the teacher's kind of droning on, and you're kind of listening, and you're kind of looking out the window, and something happens, something that's really significant, but you don't realize it. It seems like something really insignificant at the time, and it's going to come back and it's going to play a big part in you. The 3 main lead actresses have extremely good chemistry together, which works really well, because when you see these characters get hurt and killed, you feel bad, because these are characters that you actually kind of start to feel something for, even though they're not fleshed out overly too much. You kind of basically you learn just little surface stuff about them. They're fun characters, especially the character of Annie. She's probably the most of, aside from Jamie Lee Curtis's character of Laurie, that is kind of fleshed out. We meet her father, we see her, the way that she acts, the kind of like the comical, sarcastic way that she goes, and you kind of fall in love with the character. She has a really strong part in the film, and I'd forgotten exactly how big her part was and how well she carries her sequences. Some of her scenes are some of the scariest scenes in the film, and they really lead up to this crescendo that will come on later, when Laurie Strode is like pretty much going into full out panic mode when she finds out that all her friends are dead, and the revelation of seeing her friends, it's just done so perfectly. It was done so well, and when watching it now, it hits me even more. I gotta say it really stands the test of time. Halloween, the 1978 one, is something that should be watched every Halloween. It should be seen again and again. And if you're a film student, you watch this movie. Watch the way the shots are done. Watch the way the editing is done. Watch the pacing, and the music and the cues, and see how a movie can be done right. How a movie can be scary without over explaining anything. Without, it can just be scary on a basic fear level. This is the way that fear should work. And Carpenter knew that when he was making this movie. He knew that. He knew the lyrical beat to when the scare should come. He understood that extremely well. But he understood one other thing as well, that a lot of the sequels, and especially the remake, didn't understand. And that is, what is scary is like the monster under the bed. Like, think Doctor Who, for instance, if you watch that series. Or even if you don't. The monster in the bed, the monster in the closet is extremely scary. And the reason it's so scary is because until you look under your bed and you see nothing there, and until you look in that closet and you see, okay, there's nothing there, it's a terrifying thought of what can be there. And Myers has a blank mask. There's no reasoning behind what he does. There's no explanation. There's no, he had a bad childhood. There's no, he's been doing this forever. Or there's none of this. It's just fear. The boogeyman. There's no explanation. He's just there. And you just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that's the genius behind Halloween. That has been missing in a lot of horror movies and in a lot of sequels and stuff like that. You don't need a great explanation for this type of character. You just need the skill to shoot a film that people will resonate, that will give you that feeling of when you're a kid and you don't want to look in the closet because you're frightened there's going to be something there. You don't want to look under the bed. You look at the window and there's somebody walking by, and it's just somebody, and it's shadowy, and they just look scary, and there's no reason for it. You're just scared. It's just a base primal fear. And I don't think there's any movie that has ever been made that has gotten that base primal fear of the unknown better than Halloween. This has been my review for the 1978 Halloween. I'll do the features after I watch them down the road. It is a fantastic presentation. The audio is amazing. The picture quality is superb. It is, you will be blown away. If this is your first time seeing it, seeing 35th anniversary edition on Blu-ray, seeing that actual really cool picture quality, then you will definitely be blown away. It'll be like seeing the movie through new eyes. And as for the story, it still stands up. It's still the scariest one, and it does so brilliantly. John Carpenter made a work of art, and as somebody that utterly loves films and the art of filmmaking, this is pretty much the perfect movie to watch if you want to go into this genre. I urge you to watch and rewatch this film and study its shots, because they're pretty amazing. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review. This is yet my other, I guess my early Halloween review, because I'm doing the all the days of Halloween before, and kind of like getting early and getting into the to the horror movies. Thanks for watching. For me right now, as you can tell, my voice is going, so it really is time for tea. And have a great night. And for everybody that picked up the box set, congratulations. It's epic. It's Christmas time for horror fans.